Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Chris with Mega Visions Magazine. I'm here at the Ysbryd Games booth at PAX East 2022. I'm here with Brian. We're discussing World of Horror. Brian, I know that this game has been out for about a year in early access, but can you give us a rundown of what World of Horror is and what's new coming out for version 1.0?
So, World of Horror is basically a cosmic horror roguelike set up in 1-bit pixel art, black and white. It's meant to be more of a quiet horror kind of experience rather than like in-your-face Five Nights at Freddy's kind of stuff. So, we want to set up that very more of a contemplative but like deeply more unsettling kind of experience for folks. So, I think a lot of people have tried the game in early access, and it's actually been doing pretty well for us and the developer panstasz. 1.0 has been, we've been plugging away at it pretty slowly but steadily. Panstasz, the developer, is a one-man show in Poland. He's been, the pandemic, as for me, for you, for everyone, has been challenging, and similarly for him. So we've been kind of like slowly, letting things stew. And I think the adventure you just played, the investigation, kind of reflects a little bit of that pandemic hothouse experience. Mm-hmm. Hold up in your house for weeks on end with nothing, no end in sight. That's the sort of a lot of people have, like, those people who have tried it, like been able to see this mystery. the common reaction is, I hate it, but I love it.
It was definitely throwing me off because when I used to play World of Horror, I used to like going out and investigating, and it's just like, why can't I leave my house? And then it's just like, oh, waste another day actually like progresses the story, and I get piecemealed more and more lore. So I thought that was really fascinating. Going back to like the build of the game itself, it's a tabletop style game. What are like the inspirations for World of Horror? I'm getting like a little bit of like Call of Cthulhu tabletop, but also like some of the like more Japanese style horror elements. Can you explain a little bit more on that?
So the interesting thing about a World of Horror, like when I first met the developer, it was designed more as like a functional card game, like we've got modular decks and that sort of thing. Like, so because of the art style that panstasz wanted to weave into the overall experience, that it eventually became the way that you experience it now, less of a blocky card game kind of thing. But you do probably see the influence when you pop up like the item menu and stuff, and you're like, okay, yeah, there's lots of different things you could almost imagine it like a weird like version of Magic. Okay, I can press this button to tap the card, like tap or untap and stuff like that. But the core of it, in terms of the mechanical aspect, I think we just wanted to drive more of a D&D style combat in that sense. But at the end of the day, the combat isn't meant to be the primary cornerstone of the game, but more so like the iterative sense of like, you don't know what's coming, what event card you might draw, and in order to preserve that roguelike sense of dread and well, of course, RNG dominating a lot of it, but we wanted to make sure that it was. panstasz wanted to make sure that it was kind of more fair, really.
Yeah, that the RNG aspect of it. So from my understanding is like you have to complete 5 missions or investigations in order to complete your run.
Yeah.
But even if you get stuck with a new, or even if you get stuck with doing the same mission over, the instance is different. Is that correct?
That's usually correct. You can actually set there are particular seeds that you can like seed codes you can input to get the same set of like mysteries and item setups and stuff. But if you leave it to random, it's going to be random.
Right on. When can we expect version 1.0 to be released?
Officially, we haven't made any announcements yet, but we are plugging away at things, and for the World of Horror fans out there, it's been definitely a wait, and we all want to share the full game with y'all. And believe me, like we've prepared a bunch of stuff that we think like people will like. It will really raise hairs, but yeah.
About how many missions do you think is going to be added to version 1.0?
I would probably rate it about around 4. We're aiming at four, at least 4 more mysteries, possibly 5. And you know, the Steam version of the game has modular content, so we're like our plan is to sort of round up the best of the mods, the modded mysteries. I mean, and bring those to the console versions as well.
Right on.
Mods on consoles kind of don't really jive too well, but yeah.
Right on. Brian, thank you for your time. Everyone, check out World of Horror from Ysbryd Games when it comes out.